the Dauphiné often throws up opportunities for breakaway riders. 3 brave souls went up the road on stage 1. It would be twice that number for this stage 2 of the great race. Well, Van Aert's in yellow, but modest margins only separating the GC. Chances were there. Would they be taken on lumpy terrain as we ran just shy of 170 kilometres from Saint-Péray to Brives-Charensac? A nasty series of tests right at the very end. Only one of the late lumps categorised at the Côte de Rohac, and a run for home, but who would get there? Well, Vavlosum of Lotto Soudal had hoped to be in the break, but was shelled out on the major climb of the day, sitting almost in the dead centre. Viamos was there for Total Energies, Legac from Groupama, Skarseth from Jura X-Pro, Delaplace from Arkea Samsic, and Vermaak from Team DSM. Unfortunately, Dylan Groenewegen was tagged off yet again and would shed yet more time, and another difficult day ahead for him. Phil Bauhaus had withdrawn earlier in the day as well. This race taking a toll. Or would it be a heavy one? A heavy price to pay indeed for being in the breakaway. They were functioning nicely. As Groenewegen's group fell to 7 minutes off the pace, this 5-man time trialling unit hit the final categorised coat with a margin of just around half a minute as they went over the top. Would it be enough? Well, the chase was being laid bare once again by Trek Segafredo, Tom Squinch doing much of the work. And in fact, work rate was what the peloton were arguing about, as Viamos just put his nose into the wind. Anybody interested in taking the day? Oh, Van Aert was on the radio, and indeed didn't exactly call off the troops, but these guys out front were working so effectively. When we came into the last 500 metres in sight of the line, they could even afford a little bit of cat and mouse. Who would go first? The answer was Olivier Legac. Gac attack on that final gentle curve, unwinding at around about the 200 metre mark, and it looked to be enough. Viamos, though, was not giving up. Neither was Skarseth from Uno X in the yellow. Who would hit the wind first from behind? Skarseth, like a sail, unfortunately caught it, and Viamos threw it to the line. Brilliant. Of the rest, well, Van Aert proving what might have been, doing enough to take the green jersey or maintain his lead in that competition. New leader overall, Alexis Viamos. Well, a man who in 2015 won a stage of the Tour de France up the Mur de Bretagne, this time must have felt just as sweet. 34 years of age now, the veteran, and he wins by a bike length out of a committed breakaway. Wonderful. Viamos taking the day ahead of Skarseth, Legac. They rounded out with the bonus seconds. Vermaak and Delaplace up there. Van Aert in 6th place ahead of Hayter, Page, Venturini and Ryabushenko, who looked lively. Yellow jersey for the stage winner. He couldn't quite believe it. Wonderful. A real boost as well for Total Energies. Skarseth trailing Viamos by 3 seconds overall. Legac, 4-second margin. Van Aert, 5 seconds adrift, but of course in the green jersey. Polka dots on the back of Pierre Rolland, who maintained his gap after taking all the climbs on day 1. And the best young rider, Vermaak from DSM, courtesy of his finish today. Stage 3, well, this said to be a defining stage despite the Alps coming next weekend. A tough challenge to Castrieux, and that uphill Category 2 test at the end could be a mountain sprint. We shall wait. A breakaway perhaps? Surely not. Some big names want victory, and they want it now.